welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Kauai. We made it here yesterday for our baby moon. I almost said honeymoon, which we're so excited about. If you watched the moving vlog that went up probably about a week ago now at this point, we basically moved all of our stuff, dropped it off, and then the next day flew out to Hawaii. So we're very excited to relax. Also, side note, this flight, and then we're taking a couple other flights in August, all of them, we didn't pay for any of them because we've been using the Southwest Rewards credit card, and we basically just use it for all of our normal expenses like gas, groceries, whatever, and treat it like a debit card, but then use the points to pay for flights. Yeah, paid for none of our flights, and this isn't sponsored or anything, but I just wanted to share that because it's been such a help to us. And so I'll have the card we use linked down below if you want to check that out. But anyways, that's just a side note. We got into Kauai last night and then went to go pick up our rental car, which there was a little bit of a wait for, and there were all these chickens like just floating around at the little rental car place and everywhere else, which we had heard was going to be a thing, but it was literally like right away the second we got off the airplane we noticed that and saw that that was true. So we got our rental car and then came back to this Airbnb, which I'll have to give you a tour of, but we ended up deciding on this because it was a little bit cheaper than some of the hotels we were able to find. And then the thing that really sold us is that included in it they have like kayaks, stand-up paddle boards, snorkeling gear, coolers to take to the beach, like all the things included. And then the really cool thing that I'm gonna have to show you whatever day we end up doing it is there's this thing in Kauai called, I believe it's called Secret Falls, and it's this really pretty waterfall that the only way you can get to it is to kayak. And there's literally right behind our little cottage thing an entrance to the river to like get to it to kayak, and it's insane. And so we'll show you that whenever we do it. But we got back to the Airbnb just to drop off our stuff, and they had like little towel swan things and then flowers just literally everywhere, like all the little things, treats for us in the fridge. And so it's super cute. And then we headed on over to Duke's for dinner, which is this restaurant on the beach. And the real thing to report out on here was the hula pie. It was so good. It's basically like this chocolate cookie crust with macadamia ice cream with hot fudge and macadamia nuts and whipped cream on top. The plate came out and we were like, there's no way we're gonna finish this because it was pretty big, but we definitely cleared the plate. And so we'll have to get hula pie again at some point on this trip. But that was last night. Today is now our first full day in Kauai. Tyler's in the shower right now, and our plan for today is I'm doing a prenatal massage. That was the one thing I was like, I really want to do this. And so we found a place that actually is going to come here. And the reason we decided for me to do it on the first day is because obviously we're going to be careful with like sunscreen and whatnot, but if there's any chance that I get a burn, it's just obviously a massage is not going to be fun at that point. And so they're going to come here and do that, and I'm definitely starting to get like the cankles and the swelling from pregnancy, and so I'm very much looking forward to that. But that's at 9, so we're gonna head out right now to go get some coffee and breakfast and whatnot, and then head back for the massage. And then probably the plan for the rest of the day is to just head to the beach, maybe take the stand-up paddle boards, maybe kayak, but we'll see what happens and we'll take you along. Amazing. I'll leave the name of the place we booked down below if you want to check it out. We decided to do the kayaks today, so here's all the stuff we can like use: coolers, beach chairs, snorkel gear, boogie boards, stand-up paddle boards. And then, are you ready for it? When you walk around back, here's the kayak we're gonna take, the red one, stand-up paddle boards, and then look at this. We literally have steps down into this little river. And then if you go to the left, that's the way to Secret Falls. And then if you come down here to the right, I guess there's another cool lookout point over here. So I think we're gonna start with this. After Secret Falls, we kayaked to another inlet on the river to this beautiful place called Fern Grotto.
Once we were done, we cleaned up, then grabbed dinner and drove out to Hanalei Bay on the North Shore to watch the sunset on Hanalei Pier.
It's our second full day. Today we're gonna hike Waimea Canyon. And fun fact, we just learned, what's it called, babe?
What's it called? Waimea?
No, what's it called? Like, what's the...
It means red water, something like that.
Also, it's called the Grand Canyon of the Pacific.
Oh yeah, that part.
So for Waimea Canyon, you can choose from a number of different hikes ranging from easy to difficult, or you can do the drive, which allows you to stop at a bunch of different lookout points, which is what we did. Some of them still have short trails to the lookout point, which is about as much as I wanted to be on my feet at 25 weeks pregnant. After the hike, we stopped at Island Tacos in Waimea. Tyler got ahi and Kahlua pork tacos, and then I got this Kahlua pork taco salad. So good. Also, these Hawaiian juices were delicious. We discovered them here and ended up getting them at a couple other places on this trip. And then afterwards, we walked across the street to JoJo's Hawaiian Shave Ice, which they actually serve over macadamia nut ice cream, and it was chef's kiss delicious.
It's our third full day here. I've got my hair in a braid because my hair does crazy things in the humidity. We were actually supposed to be doing a boat tour today. So Kauai has like the Nepali coast, which is this really pretty coastline, but you can only see it by boat or helicopter because there's no like accessible roads. And so we were signed up for the boat tour, and apparently you're not allowed to go on the boat tour when you're pregnant, which we didn't see like on the main page. I think it was in like the fine print of the waiver we signed. So just a heads up, if you're going to go on one of those boat tours and you're pregnant, know that you can't, so don't sign up for it.
We're so sad.
But thankfully they were able to get our spots filled, so we were able to get a refund because otherwise we wouldn't have. And so we decided to instead do a helicopter tour because you are allowed to do that pregnant, surprisingly. Oh, we got some sun here, which I'm lightweight very nervous for. Tyler's very excited, but I am a little bit scared. So we're gonna see how that goes. That's tomorrow. But today we're gonna do a little beach day. So we drove up to like the Hanalei, is that how you say it? Hanalei?
I think Hanalei.
Hanalei Bay area the other night to watch the sunset, and it was a really pretty beach. We want to just do a beach day up there, but first I think we're gonna go up to even more of like the North Coast area to go to Queen's Bath, which is like kind of a tide pool situation, I think, and then head back down for a beach day. And the other nice thing about our Airbnb is they have like beach chairs for us to use. We got snorkel gear and umbrella, which comes in handy, especially being pregnant, because I can't really lay down on my back on a towel for too long without it being really, really uncomfortable. That was another awesome thing. We're loaded up on those things. Just stopped for Aloha Roasters. This is a little coffee place near our Airbnb that we went to yesterday, and I got the macadamia nut latte, and it was super good. And Tyler approves too with the coffee aficionado, coffee connoisseur, whatever. He thought it was really good. It's kind of been our go-to spot, and I decided to try their matcha today, and it's super, super good. And then we're gonna hit up Java Kai, and then that was the place we went to breakfast the first day, and we really liked it, so we're gonna go back. That's the plan.
So for the hike down into Queen's Bath, there's actually only a really small parking lot at the trailhead. So we ended up parking at the Mackay Golf Course for $20, and then it's just like a 10-minute walk over. But it's a walk through the Princeville neighborhoods, which is where Queen's Bath is, and it's gorgeous. All the homes are so pretty, and there's lots of beautiful Hawaiian flowers. If you're gonna hike Queen's Bath, it's good to be aware of the current conditions because in some conditions it can be dangerous, but on this particular day it was beautiful. So you do this hike down into the coast, and when you get there, it's just gorgeous. You can even see some sea turtles floating along the coast. I wasn't able to get a clip, but the first little drop is called Bubblegum Drop, and people were actually doing cliff jumping here. Tyler did, this pregnant girl did not. But I did enjoy a dip in the second pool, which is the actual Queen's Bath. And there's also a lot of tide pools in this area where you can see all sorts of different fish.
Oh, there's Tiny Tim. He's right there. That yellow little guy. It's Tiny Tim.
The hike to and from Queen's Bath is beautiful in and of itself. Here are some clips we took on the way back out. After the hike, we got acai bowls from Wishing Well Shave Ice. Let me tell you, macadamia nuts and coconut cream on acai bowls, game changer. Delicious, but kind of small, so we did then pick up food from the Hanalei Bay food trucks and spent the rest of the day at the beach. I got this Buddha wrap with macadamia nut satay from Fresh Bite Kauai, and it was so good. Good morning, or more like noon, but
Vacation time.
exactly. We slept in this morning and then we went to like a sit down brunch place. Let's just say we had like this, or I had a pancake, you had French toast. It was a banana pancake with macadamia nuts and homemade coconut syrup, and it was the best thing I've ever had. I was like Googling how to make coconut syrup. Maybe. Definitely the best pancake I've ever had. And I was Googling how to make coconut syrup on the way home. So if any of you have recipes, leave them down below. But we're gonna do a thing today that we try to do on Saturdays because it's Saturday, and we just wanted to share it because I feel like it's been something that's been really beneficial to our marriage and just like, yeah, relationship with God too. And so I'll let you explain it because you came up with it.
Yep, so basically the intention is to just spend some extended time in prayer together and just have that be a weekly rhythm, something that we incorporate regularly into our lives. And of course, there's some weeks where it ends up not happening, unfortunately, but that tries to be something that we do every week. We shoot for that. It's fairly simple. We basically just have our notebook here, and we have some different categories that we came up with. So community, work, world, family, personal, now praying for our baby, and then praises as well. And so then we'll usually list 3 or 4 things, maybe sometimes more, sometimes less, but on average 3 to 4 in each category. And then we alternate praying for each category. So if I start with the first one, Casey will take the second, and then I do the next one, then Casey, and so on until we get to the end. And yeah, it's just been really nice to be able to have something where that's intentionally both of us doing it together and praying for an extended time like that, and really just focusing on the Lord as a unified spirit. I feel like it's just been super beneficial for our marriage and individual faith lives as well. Yeah, we just love doing it.
Yeah, it's cool to be able to look past because we just basically label, we didn't write on this week's yet, but we labeled the date, and so it's cool to look back on like other dates of things we were praying for. And I don't know, I feel like we both just always feel super connected after we spend that time in prayer, because we try to like pray on a more daily basis too, but it's usually like over meals or before going to bed. And so this is like the time we try to aim for once a week to have just like that more intentional time. So we just wanted to share that in case you want to implement that, because we really liked it. But that's what we're gonna do.
Yep. Passages then. Helicopter time.
What the heck?
There's a lizard on our window. On our mirror.
Oh my gosh, what if it jumps into the car?
There's a lizard on our mirror.
You can't really see it very well. No, I don't want it to come in the car. Whoa.
Kind of go to the side more.
looked it up and it's a gold dust day gecko. Say that 5 times fast, babe.
Gold dust gecko.
Come on.
I did it.
Gold dust day gecko.
Gold dust day gecko.
He looks like he's gonna fall off. Oh no, is he gonna make it? I feel like if I open the window, he'll try to jump inside.
Good. Then
No.
you can be here in safety.
No. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? This is the thing of my dreams. I love tree tunnels. Wow. I'm gonna want to drive through this like 10 times, okay, babe? You gonna cross the road, little chicken? After the helicopter ride, we got macadamia nut ice cream at the Kaloa Mills Creamery, then walked next door to Kauai Gourmet Nuts for some salted toffee macadamia nut treats to take home. We just came back from ice cream and he made his way to the back of the car. Now he's gonna fly off when we drive. For our final full day, we spent the day at Anini Beach relaxing and snorkeling. It's actually one of the best snorkeling spots on Kauai, and we had so much fun. Then we decided to do a fancy dinner date night for our last night. So we ate at Tide Pools restaurant on the Grand Hyatt Kauai Resort. Tyler got the ahi with tempura and I got the macadamia nut crusted mahi, and we enjoyed one final sunset. I didn't get a chance to close out this vlog while we were in Hawaii. We're actually already in the next place on our August itinerary, which if you follow along on Instagram, you know where we are. But if not, I'll be starting another vlog here shortly, sharing little snippets from this trip. But I wanted to close out this Hawaii vlog by sharing the book I started reading while we were in Hawaii, and also just sharing some thoughts I've been having on preparing for a new season. So first of all, this is the book that I started reading in Hawaii. It's Ina May's Guide to Childbirth. I feel like it's a pretty popular book when it comes to preparing for birth, and I've been wanting to just prepare for that and educate myself and learn. And so that's what I've been reading and kind of focusing on that first. So I really haven't started to read books on like motherhood yet, which I'm trying to be okay with, but I feel like there's this temptation when preparing to enter a new season, especially a big new season, to just feel super overwhelmed and feel like I need to be reading all the books on all the things and read all the parenting books and all the breastfeeding books and just educate myself and knowing how to do all of the things. And I remember feeling a really similar way when Tyler and I were getting ready to get married, just feeling like I need to read all the books on marriage and how to be a good wife, and feeling like I almost wasn't doing enough or reading enough or preparing myself enough. And in that space, I feel like God really just reminded me that ultimately the best book I could be reading, so to speak, to prepare for marriage was the Bible, meaning that the best thing I could be doing to prepare myself to be a wife and to prepare myself for marriage was to be abiding in Jesus, spending time with Him, because as I'm pressing into that relationship, as I'm being led by the Spirit, then God is going to be directing me and guiding me and speaking to me, and ultimately that is what is going to enable me to be the best wife that I can be. And the same is true now for motherhood, that ultimately it's staying in step with Jesus that is going to enable me to be the best mom that I can be. And obviously that doesn't mean that we should, neglect doing the things that we can do to prepare, and reading some of the books and all of that to prepare for entering new seasons. But it does mean that ultimately the best thing that we can be doing in any new season is pressing into God, because He is the one who guides us, He is the one who goes before us, and He is the one who walks with us each step of the way and empowers us for the new roles that He calls us and enables us to step into. And so I just wanted to share that thought, because that's given me peace to, be able to, do the things I can do to prepare, but not overwhelm myself or freak out, and trust that God is with me and He goes before me. And so I hope that that is encouraging to you as well. And with that, I'm going to close out this vlog. Comment down below what book you're reading, or specifically if you are a parent, if you have any parenting books that you recommend and love, I would love to hear that so that as I work through this phase of childbirth, I can move on to that next. But I hope that you found this vlog fun to watch and just enjoyable, and maybe it gave you some fun ideas for if you ever visit Kauai. We loved it so much. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.